now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one goes out of bounds. A less than ideal beginning to this game. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm in the middle of the video. What the heck?
How aggressive will it be?
Speaking.
Off the play fake, looking to throw.
At one point he said,
he's moving out of the pocket now.
Ain't my life.
He's going to take off. He's found some room at the 45. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't
because
realize
I
he
got
could
some
run like this.
that make guns niggas like
for this offense.
make niggas like
Set it down
some shit like that.
Yeah, like I got deeper information.
Yeah, so it's like, man, some of this shit is just like, maybe this shit is just all for entertainment. These niggas ain't got nothing. But that whole pacify, that nigga is that approach against Drake. That's hard. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Pacifying the sense of his music, and this goes back to that cultural shit. Like, he makes a lot of albums that are centered around cultural themes. Pimp a Butterfly, all of these, Blacker the Berry. Like, he does a lot of things that's like cultural basis. So, one thing I saw where niggas were breaking shit down, they're like, Pacify is a play on words, but also they're saying you fucking underage. So it's like a pacifier, like it gets deeper. Now that I'm not,
I really don't believe that. To me, it's just that's just something to just say.
I mean, we know he fucks with bitches in their 20s, and we got people who try to criticize him for that, but it's like,
no, yeah.
And it really, I see it for bitches
in the red zone.
I'm just mad because he ain't fucking
right, but
He said you just mad because he ain't fucking with you.
It's young.
I personally think Drake is still better. In terms of like a boxing match, or like a boxing scorecard, it's like the first round was 10-9. It was a very close round. I think
and like I said, I like the song because it reminds me of just like how his songs are set up, like the whole spoken poetry, this change. Like it's a nice like song, even if it wasn't a diss, like just the way it's kind of good stuff. Yeah, I'll fuck with Drake too.
That nigga Chris Brown got the hardest one.
And that's another difference. Like, Chris Brown's felt like you can tell he don't like this thing.
It's very direct.
Like it's disrespect. Kendrick shit, it feel like even Rick Ross's shit, it felt more like I really don't like this.
Yeah.
With Kendrick shit, is like I guess it is a baby. Coming in like, but Chris definitely came disrespectful. That was
that was hard. And then Quavo's responded with him. Even his song back to him, that shit was also hard to have. You feel me?
I didn't hear Quavo's. You didn't hear this shit?
Oh, his shit was hard. He put
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Takeoff. He put Takeoff on. You know how he's dead in Chris Brown reference. Oh, that niggas wish that it was you over him, and then he put him in the
offense operating at high tempo, no huddle.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous.
Yeah, all that shit, the art of war, and that shit really made me realize like a lot of just like on the internet and shit like that. Niggas be hating on, for example, niggas is hating on Drake. That's how I look at it. I'm like, nigga, this nigga's at the top, and really what I think it is, these niggas is envious that all these bitches like this nigga. That's really what I think it is. Of like, nigga, y'all don't even know this nigga. Y'all thinking, nigga,
you talking about the fans or the like future?
I just think all these niggas.
Like the fans, or you talking about the artists?
Nigga, both. But a little bit more, I'm talking a little bit more about the fans of like, bro, niggas is just saying crazy ass shit of like, the only thing he said is he's 5'5" and has a size 7 shoe. That's all that he said. It was hard, but it's like, bro, he's a lot more than that. But yeah, all this shit, all this shit revolves around bitches. Just bitches.
See, I disagree. I don't think, as far as the artists, these niggas is getting old. So like, I don't think, I mean, it might be, I don't know. But it's like all these niggas is getting, but it's like, even niggas get old,
He's just eating it.
certain hoes. So it's like, if a nigga not get certain hoes, people might get stuck. And then as far as the fan base, like I say, Kendrick, he's very, like I say, by attaching himself to the culture, it makes him
like the people's champ.
Yeah, so naturally it just makes the people looking for an open man. So I definitely think that that was a strategic move.
Definitely interested to see how he comes
Eager. It's like every day, just wondering when this going to come. When Drake gonna come out with it. Yeah, I love to see the game like this. It's definitely, and it reminds me of when he was going that week. That's when I started listening to him the most. Like growing up, I've never listened to him that much. But it's like during that stage, that's when I became really fan of him. So it reminds me. You watch Game of Thrones?
And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the
I'm rewatching
did its job.
He said chaos is the ladder. Basically, it's about chaos. Chaos is the ladder. It's like, there's so much truth to that. Like this situation, this war, it can either fuck you up, fall from being the top, or it could be a ladder.
Keep fun.
Yeah, like this right here, straight up. And it's like two.
That's really the most interesting to me is really the top two in the sport. It's like the fight we never got to see between Tyson and Muhammad, or even Kobe and LeBron and Muhammad. Never got to see that matchup. But I do like. At one point, I thought it was hella stupid, hella corny and old. You got some of the biggest niggas: Kanye, Future, Kendrick, Metro, Future. All these niggas hanging up against Rick Ross. It's like, what did this nigga do to y'all? He gave y'all all hits. Y'all look at the charts. So it's like, nigga, that shit was just weird. But then it also made me feel like I wanted to see how like Drake would respond from being in the situation of like. It's like how do I put it? It's like Floyd Mayweather. You wanna see Floyd win, but you also want to see a good opponent go against Floyd because you want to see Floyd go into a deeper bag.
Right.
You know he's gonna win. You ain't never seen him.
He said he want to see him go into a deeper bag.
How you gonna get out this motherfucker? And right now he's getting out this motherfucker very smooth. Good music.
The line of loss of AI.
That shit was dumbass. Oh, I with this. Come over here with this. That shit was hard.
Looking down
the Otis
Young. That's going to be incomplete.
The inside is nigga. No, he didn't say that it was real, but he basically said like that whole high Whitney shit is like, man. He didn't knock his bitch, but Kendrick's bitch got knocked, and like the play is gonna be nigga to make sure.
That'd be unfortunate. That'd be highly unfortunate if that happens.
So it's like you got that dude, and then you feel me, if Drake comes with some old, some teenage whatever that shit is. But it's like no matter what, you say both those things were true. Their music is too good not to listen.
Wait, what things? The kids ain't his?
The kids ain't his, and if this whole Drake shit thing is true, it's like
I don't get how that's not a safety.
I'm just saying, but if it were to be real, it's like niggas might cancel him, but y'all not gonna stop listening to him.
Oh, you saying his music's so good, you fucking
nigga, I still listen to. I don't listen to R. Kelly, but nigga, I got R. Kelly. I'm still.
Oh, I don't.
I listen to Michael Jackson.
All these niggas got secrets.
Yeah, it's like P. Diddy. I still listen to
Good defense.
So it's like it is what it is, but
offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Speaking of kids that ain't yours,
Yeah.
this nigga George talking about it, brother.
Extending the play now.
His bitch got pregnant. He went back. You remember?
Oh yeah. In the pocket.
And that right there, that pod, I think another reason they like it so much. Like,
very relatable.
Relatable, got around personal. We're not just talking about topics, we're talking about specifics, real life experiences. But it just goes to show you, and this is why I always emphasize, like, your behavior is everything. Like, you can know the information.
Yeah.
We could tell him verbatim, this is nigga, what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. You don't do, ultimately, what you do is everything.
Yeah.
Back.
That's a tough one. I was really thinking about that shit. Like, when I first met George, it's just a dog. Just a wild dog that's like, I can't have this wild dog running inside my house. But it's like, he had that dog, everything moving. Nigga, it's like, bitches fuck with him. He fucking bitches. It's like, to see this, it was like, there's no way you're going through this. Because you get bitches.
It gotta be any. Like, this shit really got it, and this is why I say, like, you
quarterback sets up, looking for an open man.
It's like, is it in you or is it
Come
not
on now.
in you?
Yeah.
And it's like, nigga, when it's really in you, you can't rub this shit off. Like, a situation ain't going, you not, niggas go back to their natural ways. That's why niggas go back to what's in them. Like, nigga, it's we might have seen them at a couple events where niggas was going crazy, but nigga, I don't know how.
You set it down after that completion.
Like, niggas got hearts for hoes. Yeah. Like, nigga, they gotta continue. Like,
To the tight end.
You say this so many pods, you gotta watch it. Niggas, beauty distracts you from the red flags. In your emotions, but you don't see the red flags. Love blinds you. Love ain't blind, love blinds you. That's the only thing that love does, is make you blind. All of a sudden you can see past all the bitches' flaws, whatever. It's like, bro, that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I was really breaking that shit down. I was really disgusted.
I ain't gonna lie,
both parties, and her and him.
Bro, that shit is so crazy. That's why at one point, I don't know if you caught it, but I'm like, let's get serious, bro, because I don't want you to hurt you.
Yeah.
If somebody said something that they didn't marinate on what I said, I think before Nick had said something so the conversation continued. But nigga, the point I was getting at is like, but niggas killing themselves and shit. Like, niggas, that's how niggas get killed. Like, the shit that this nigga went through is literally like some shit in a movie. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, bro, let's get serious. Because, nigga, I don't want you to hurt yourself. Like, nigga, let's get serious. Because, nigga, like I said, niggas kill themselves, kill bitches. Like, nigga, this shit is crazy. So, yeah. But it's like, nigga, this is going to show you, like, bro,
dropping back. It's Howard. It's picked off.
Then it's like they can learn it and it don't matter. Like, niggas could know the information and still do nigga, the wrong thing, the wrong shit. You know you need to go to the gym, don't go. You know you shouldn't eat unhealthy food. So it's like, that's why you can't say
defense can get a quick stop.
This shit gets so big. Yeah, they definitely did like that.
Begins inside the 25-yard line. They get to the ground at the 40.
I also feel like it also gives. It was relatable, but I also feel like sometimes that but it's like niggas think that these videos is like they're invincible. They can get any bitch, nigga. They can't get faced by anything, but it's like, but niggas go through shit. Niggas go through shit, so it's like, nigga, we're all just humans at the end of the day, and we all gotta make choices. We all gotta make, but that was a strong one. That was a strong one. Yeah, hopefully he's having a good decision making.
Second down, we're gonna throw it.
This shit crazy. Now, any other topics before we dive into this question? They had some questions. I looked at you.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Those are the two biggest ones to me, but the videos dropping and then this whole rap shit. Those are the two main things.
Yo, I thought that was a ref.
Oh yeah, before I finish, and I'm doing boxing shit again, so I'm doing double whammy with that. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was literally looking at pictures of myself before compared to after.
He got a little bigger.
Bruh, it's like, I don't know how the fuck this shit happened, but
That's a catch.
a week before compared to a month after, like two totally different bodies. It was just weird. It was weird.
I gained weight too, or just it just looks.
No, actually gained weight. Probably like 15 pounds
in a month.
Well, maybe a couple months. But yeah, that is crazy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Return is brought
So
down.
yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, going to the gym, more so the boxing shit, is really very good vibes. I would say, yeah, there ain't too many physical challenges that niggas can really go through. So going in that boxing gym and just seeing a whole bunch of like young men working, like achieve something, it just makes you go back into that place so you can like match that energy. And it just I mean what's the saying, sword, steel sharpens steel, and it's like, bro, you gotta put yourself back into that place so you can get that dog back there, that spirit back in here, that fighting spirit great. So that was one thing that I definitely I gotta have my hands all hard activities. I was really thinking about it, man, it's like, nigga, I was watching, I forget what podcast I was watching, but they said a lot of good things of like the things, how we got here today is formed by the people who have less trying to impress dad because dad was on there, or mom, whatever it is. It's like, what happens when you do so good for yourself, you give everything to the kids, family, and it's like, it's like, they don't got that dog in them. So, but that was
you guys up front, line up, it's first down.
Okay, what challenges can I present so you think with the young life to make
and they'll stop him
that spirit also rejected? Yeah. What's that boxing school? New people up here are the same people. There's a couple new people, a lot more young people. Couple like 13.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield.
Oh yeah, the same other people there
on second down.
Yeah, the main.
What are you doing? Dang, what the?
But a huge collision. Low delivered there by the linebacker.
He's still
You're
talking about the. I think you're talking about Taylor, the smaller one. I'm talking about the smaller.
It's Johnson.
Legit.
They've got it, but that completion good enough for first down.
In his weight class, 8 more.
Defense kind
He's
of
going
lost
crazy.
the running back here. He makes a nice catch. He gets the first down in the process.
Yeah, what's his question looking like? His question is definitely what passions did y'all have before the channel to go? Really, was just basketball through high school, and then like working out.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Probably just sports, and then like you said, working out became a passion.
It's a huge game.
This be that weird stuff.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. They trust the left side of that offensive line.
I really
huge play on the ground.
Like real talk, I was really thinking about it.
Pin and pull there, the
I got
left side, great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push.
Like,
Nice crease in the back, found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
You be selling bitches green. Yeah. I actually had an interesting. One of the homies asked me a question of like, basically, he didn't say this, but it's like, how do you know your girl is the one? He didn't say that exactly, word for word. Yeah, and then I basically told him, nothing makes her special. It's all. No, that's what he said. He was like, how do I get in the position to serve her? And then I basically told him it has nothing to do with the girl. It has everything to do with me. Like, it really real talk. It's like, nigga, it could be, I guess you could say a non-respectable girl. But she
Yeah,
respects
shit.
herself, and all of a
To the
sudden,
crib,
become a
nigga.
respectable girl. She's fucking the right thing.
We out. What he talking
It
about?
all just comes down to you. She could be a whore, but as soon as she meets you, nigga, she a virgin. All of a
Talking
sudden,
about.
it's like she completely changes her act. She completely changes. She drops her ego. She drops her pride, and she just falls in line with
This is yeah. But this is another key thing is like that's not that doesn't mean just fucking anybody. Because then you got some niggas who just try to turn a whore into, because it's like, and that's also goes back to this, but it's like, nigga,
That's any.
some shit is so embedded in bitches that it's like their qualities come out, or it's like this is an example I've spoken this before. Like, it's like, let's say a girl, her whole life's been smoking. Every day she smokes, but she deals with a nigga who goes, I don't fuck with bitches who smoke.
Yeah.
She'll stop, but it's just like she's constantly fighting that temptation. This behavior is so ingrained in her that it's like she's so badly fighting to go towards what's normal to her or what's normalized in her life.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to even deal with bitches who have certain qualities because it's almost inevitable that they're gonna fall back to the hoe shit.
Yeah.
It's basically like turning a hoe into a housewife. Like, yes, you could turn a retarded bitch into a solid bitch under your program, but it's like it's almost inevitable that they're gonna still go back to that retarded shit,
Yeah.
which is why a nigga of substance wouldn't even fuck with a retarded bitch to begin with.
Yeah.
She comes in a good package, and then your program just basically, it's like you take a good player and you just, on this program, she's amazing.
Yeah.
But it basically what you say is like, it really does boil down to
What?
like all these.
He dipping his shoulder?
Everything boils down to you.
You are the man. It's the reason why traditionally they take your last name, you don't take their last name. This family is under your last name, your lineage, and that's why it's like that. You really are the
Your lineage.
Gotta be the boss. It's like you said, I might put you in certain situations to be insured, but you never. That was
This shit gets so deep. Like, there's so much little shit.
Scanning the field. It's Howard.
Bro, this.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
We'll hurry to the line here with the clock running.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Makes a quick catch. Hard running there, breaking tackles. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's first and goal.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. First and goal, a chance to claim the lead here in the final quarter. Send the back in motion. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And now the defense able to bring him down. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And the sideline celebrates. They've taken the lead here in the final minute. Getting set to kick off after that crucial field goal. The offense doesn't have much time, but they only need a field goal themselves. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Do they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown?
Clout, she doesn't get no clout from me. Besides maybe her inner circle. Maybe her inner circle, her social circle is like, oh,
over the middle. It's Johnson.
But besides that, she doesn't, like you say, like, she's not getting followers from this, or fame from this. She walks her everyday life, and no one goes, oh, that's so.
Quarterback making some changes at the line.
And then combined with, like you said, like, I don't, he's not getting the financial.
He's got his man wide open.
But what I always compare success to me, it's always like saying, like, when I fuck with her, she was 500 pounds. You know, I wouldn't fuck with her if she was 500 pounds. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I genuinely fuck with her. But that's part of the value that she brings to the table.
He said, no, I wouldn't fuck with her if she was 500 pounds, but
she would have
hey, that's fast insurance, gang.
to compensate for that value for me to still want to fuck with her. So if she's 500 pounds, exactly the way she is now, it's like, no, I wouldn't fuck with her. But if she was 500 pounds and she also, instead of being cute, let's say she just multi-millionaire, she just said, yo, you can have all the, sure, I'd fuck with her. Fuck with ugly bitches. But it's like she's compensating for that lack of value. So in the same sense, I look at it like if you strip away the success, would the situation be the way it is, but I have too much leverage, the situation be set up the way it is, it's like, probably not unless I had some type of value that compensated for the value you just stripped from. It's kind of like saying, like, if LeBron wasn't 6'8", would he still be in the league? Yeah. It's like, he could if he had some type of extra value to make up for the fact that he's not 6'8". But it's like, being 6'8" is part of what makes him so valuable to a team. He's tall as fuck, but he's also fast as fuck. Makes him stronger than most, but quicker than the dudes who are his size. Like, that's an extreme part of what makes him valuable.
Because I look at other, in real life, but it's like for the regular 95% of the world, it's like there's still women that fall in line with whatever their man says, whatever they program is with much less. Right. So it's like it really just comes down to what we said previously of your standard. If your standard is you say something needs to get done, that's just what the standard is. There's niggas with a lot more money that have no standards, that they let the bitch run wild. Then there's niggas that are broke if you can't look at them.
This game.
All this shit, all success, fame, money, whatever you want to call it, it's like it all gives you leverage.
That was a great job, I ain't gonna lie.
Your leverage and get your power. You can get a better deal. And that's all a relationship ultimately is. Now, it's like, if you take away, going back to the athlete now.
Yo, am I tripping? We got the same amount of points.
Your value. Probably isn't going to get as good of a deal. It's possible. But
14.
You might get that better deal on the worst team.
Oh, I'm fried. I'm fried, bro. I'm fried. Yo. I'm tripping.
Ain't as attractive. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's like, somebody will deal with it.
Yeah.
But
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, like, nigga, and that's kind of more so my point. Of like, these are all things that just give you leverage, give you value, which ultimately gives you a better bargain. Like, you can bargain a better deal for yourself. It's kind of like if we use the analogy with LeBron, it's like part of what gives him the bigger contract than other players is the fact that he provides so much value to the table. Mm-hmm. So if you take away some of his value, would he get that same contract? It's like, probably not, unless he was able to somehow compensate for that value. So I kind of look at it like that. Like, having all this shit, it helps you get a better deal in your relationship. But as you say, it's like, it's some niggas who have everything on the list and still have a terrible relationship dynamic. It's like, you just don't know how to think of not the horse. You don't know how to make shit shake. So, and ultimately, I ain't gonna like this, and this, God, I love this game. I was just thinking about this shit the other day. Like, niggas always talk about the prize. Always say something.
No, you can put it in there.
But it ultimately, like,
Appreciate it, bro. Bro, that's what you gotta do on here.
Whoever is more desired in the relationship is the prize.
When you panic, that's when you throw a pick.
I'm the prize in my
I done did that 1,000 times. Not the like.
Now, that's not to downplay her. She's dope as fuck. That's not to say she.
Appreciate it, though.
I want her a lot, and she's dope. But she wants me more than I want her. So that's the only thing that ultimately makes me the prize. There's plenty of situations where niggas this and that, but if he
appreciate that for sure.
And this is why most relationships, it's like niggas don't got.
Yo, that corner route is so crazy on this game.
She's less tolerant. She's running the situation. It's like, I don't want to lose her. So ultimately, and that's all these things. Having pain, having muscle, wrestling, having all these things just make you more desirable. So it's like ultimately, it's like it all just comes down to desire. That's ultimately what building yourself up is. Ultimately, doing like making yourself more desirable. It's ultimately what makes you, gives you that leverage. It makes you the prize. She's plenty of broke, retarded, ain't got shit going on, but she's a bad bitch. She's beautiful. She's attractive. She's good looking. It's like she could be in front of a millionaire and get her way. He wants her more than she wants. She feels like she
I fell for it.
Easier than he feels like he can replace her. So it's like you see this all the time with successful leaders where they're just answering the goofy shit for hoes. It's like he desires it. She desires it. So I just think I was seeing some shit. Guys surprised. Like, I see the point they're making because it's like the guys bringing quote unquote more value to the table, but it's like none of that shit means nothing. If you desire this bitch more than she desires. If I desired my girl more than she desired me, I couldn't be the prize. It don't matter. And you would see it just as an observer. Like, you could go, oh, that's it for minorities. But if you knew in your heart, like, he cares about his girl more than she cares about him, like, you just see, like, oh, you would go, oh, nigga, whoever she is, she's the prize. Yeah. She got that nigga whipped. Everything revolves around desire. Who desires who most, and that's why I would say the person in power is the person who cares the least. The person who's willing to leave first. It's like if you're not willing to leave your bitch, you can't keep your bitch. I swear to God, like that's the only way to really keep your bitch is you have to genuinely be willing to lose this bitch. And that's where that comes in of like that standard of I'm not tolerating nothing I don't want to tolerate. Nothing. Bitch, if you breathe the wrong way, bitch, you can go.
He said, if you breathe the wrong way, you can go.
Leave your bitch, you can't keep your bitch. I swear to God, like, that's the only way to genuinely be willing to lose this bitch. And that's where that comes in of, like, that standard of, bitch, I'm not tolerating nothing I don't want to tolerate. Nothing. Bitch, if you breathe the wrong way, you could leave. Now, nigga, you don't gotta keep a horse. You know what I'm saying? But it really comes down to that. Like, nigga, I will leave faster than you will. Happily. And when she truly understands that to her core, a bitch will be very, nigga, happy relationship. Act right. So, shit is so powerful. Shit is so deep. But yeah, I definitely did like that question. Ooh, this is another good question. So he says, does your YouTube content that you make disrupt your private life? And if so, how? Also, do you think it's worth it? Like, does your content disrupt your private life? If so, how? And also, is it worth it?
For real?
Assuming they're talking about relationships.
From Arkansas, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it could even go beyond that. Because I remember early when we first
Is he good in real life? I don't even know, bro, honestly.
Mom would cry occasionally at videos. And it's like, and this is why you really gotta cut throats.
Yeah.
Like, I really, and this is really
he got hurt in like the second, third game last year.
I genuinely believe,
what year are you in?
Your girl, all this shit is like, but you gotta be an asshole.
He about to get drafted or no?
In the sense of just you can't kind of pander to people's feelings. The same way my mom would cry and I don't want to see you these type of videos. It's ultimately the same way a girl might cry, oh, I don't want you to do this.
Oh my God, pick it.
Tenders her feelings. It's like you don't live the truth you want to live because, oh, I don't want to disappoint my mom, or I don't want my girl to get upset. But when you just can truly face the man you see in the mirror and say, man, this is what content I want to make. Regardless of how you feel, mom, this is what I'm about to post.
Yeah.
I remember she even had my dad talk to your son. So my dad, I remember he took me to BJ's, took me to graduate food. He's like, yeah, your mom. What's going on? Your mom's tripping. She thinks you're ruining your life. It's like,
oh, he's on a freshman?
This content might ruin.
Dang.
You gotta understand, nigga, my parents, family don't like seeing me. Bitches won't dig me out. Talking the way I talk. Nigga, this is me.
Yeah.
So.
He said, this is me.
It's never disrupted my life because it's like, I'm
give me that. Come on.
Do I give a fuck how y'all feel? Like, if this content is gonna ruin how y'all perceive your grandson or your son, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, nigga, I'm not.
I got tuned into him.
You want me to make church content
for sure.
That ain't the life I'm living.
Yeah.
So
anybody else play
it never disrupted my
today or tomorrow? I know Florida State and Georgia Tech played. Florida State so they not in the playoffs this year. I don't want to hear no complaining. Y'all lost the first game of the season.
I never really gave a fuck as it disrupted
to an unranked team.
And do you think it's worth it? It's been really worth it. Thank God we became successful.
Not as of recent, but I remember when all this shit first started popping off and niggas started going viral with Twitter and all saw all that shit. I think family members started looking at me or treating me or talking to me different, not in the sense of like, oh, I didn't know that's how he talked or those are the type of things he does on his free time, but I think they assume that
the fumble.
He made it, and without even having a conversation, it's like he changed, or he doesn't come around as much as he used to, or he doesn't talk to us like he used to, or they just assume kind of like
they're projecting these negatives.
Yeah, they're projecting their insecurities without even like, they're just assuming, not to say an asshole, but like, he's Hollywood.
Yeah.
He don't want to come to the family cookouts no more. He don't want to pull up Sunday night. He don't want to all that type of shit. And then it's like, I just remember motherfuckers say little slick shit. I like when, but this is just me. When motherfuckers say that word "little," like, oh, how's your little YouTube shit going?
Say that as a diss.
This big YouTube.
He said it's big YouTube.
I don't know what number you looking at. This big YouTube. I don't know what other YouTubers you know, but this big YouTube. The little jabs and shit like that, and oh, he think you know how to talk to girls now. All of a sudden, it's like shit like that. It's like, nigga, what are you talking about, right? Fucking nerd. But I remember those. But that was like early on. Then after I kind of just separated myself from the family, it's like, man, I really just. It was really just beat to the neck with it. It's like, it's just fucking but it was worth it. To answer the question.
Nigga, sit up to the neck now. Was it worth it? I'm lonely now. Oh, shit. But nigga, I totally understand.
But even that family. But that family shit.
Nah, I totally agree, brother. Like, it all just comes down to who provides the value to your life. And a lot of times, as you grow up, the people who provide the most value to your life ain't necessarily.
Yeah.
So, going back to the value of venom, you start to realize a lot of the people who provide the most venom in your life, family members. But then it's also, I saw something that was like, a lot of times your family knows you least. So, I felt that. Yeah, I felt that a lot too. And then you start thinking about like, what's the version of you that they do know? Like, there's a lot of family members, let's say grandparents, it's like, when they see you, they still think of the 10-year-old, 12-year-old, like they don't. And then you got a lot of family members who still treat you like that 10-year-old, 12-year-old. It's like they're still trying to parent you, not parent you, but it's like, nigga, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just also goes back to that respect. Like, you're still talking and treating me like I'm a child. I'm not a child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just goes back to just venom. Yeah. A lot of times, nigga. Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing about like that exact situation of like motherfuckers trying to parent you.
That's first down, gang.
People, they're just stuck in their ways. Yeah. They're 60, 70 years old. I'm
What's
not
wrong with
changing
him?
how I am. Fucking, you might be grown, but nigga, I'm not changing who I am to come for you. So it's like you just damn near have to like separate yourself or just stop talking about it.
That was a good question as far as like issues. But that's why in the boss, like the more you just become a boss, you just don't care.
Touchdown.
And then when you don't care, it can't bother you. You know what I'm saying? So
I always thought it. Tell me what you remember the one. I forget his name, but he was a very famous actor. I think he was the main character in Jumanji.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, that's the dude that committed suicide, right? I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, how could you have everything besides maybe sort of, but it's like, how could you commit to do something like that? Not to say you have everything, because clearly you don't have what you want, but you live such a successful life. Not successful life, but you're just so successful on the outside, but maybe not so looking in. But how could you? Like, I couldn't see neither one of us doing that. How do you think he got to, like, what would happen? Well, I'm not going to say that, but it's like, what do you think has to happen to get to that point? Like, you hit the pinnacles, the highest, your profession, you hit the highest of it. Do you think you have to be a little bit, like, convinced? There's something, a couple screws just to do that. Can you be completely normal in your head to do that?
Sure, I think there's normal niggas who do that. I think niggas really just go through. It kind of goes back to what we talk about that spirit, like the spirit and depression.
Fuck out there, he didn't even jump.
And over time, it just
takes over.
It's like that snowball effect. It's like once you start going to the gym so often, it just becomes a part of you. It's like this one good behavior kind of catapults this next good behavior, and it's kind of like just create this positive momentum. And I think some people go through a negative momentum in life in whatever regard, to where it's like, let's say with us, we lose our channel, and then it's like, let's say niggas start doing drugs, or, I don't know, just something that just creates this negative momentum of just worse and worse. And
he's looking to scramble.
I don't know, a lot of these niggas crazy retarded shit. But as far as him, I don't know what the fuck. A lot of these niggas are invisible, bro. I ain't fun. I don't know what his home life is.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Family, not just like literal family, but like just your social circle, whether it's your friends, having a girl in your life, like
oh my.
Yeah. So especially like
yo, he throwing anything and they blessing him.
You don't have no one to share it. Like, yeah, I don't know what his life was looking like. There's a clean ass quote. I put it on the Patreon a while ago, but it's so true. It's like, bro, true wealth is having everything. It's wanting nothing. This goes back to when we talk about like cup being full. Like, it's a lot of niggas you can have so much, but the more you want, you're forever poor. It don't matter if you're a multi-millionaire. It's like, as long as you continue to want shit, you're forever. Spirit of poverty. True wealth is nigga. I'm satisfied. Content. And so, trying to find a way to reach a place where it's like this I think is really the secret to everything. Like, be content and continue. Like, be content, but continue to strive for better. But it's like, if you don't reach that goal, it shouldn't ruin you or this, because it's like, I'm continuing the situation. Yeah. So, that's kind of like the secret, because it sounds contradictory to be content, but to want more. So, it's like, be content and continue. But as far as these other niggas, I really don't. I don't know.
Get his top and preserve that momentum. And it's field.
Yeah, I don't know what these niggas. What made you think about? You recently saw like a movie.
Yeah, I was watching
Class.
This is Doubtfire.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something?
Yeah, I think that was one that just made me think to myself. He's at the top. Man, I'm pretty sure he got kids. Not to say he can get into this, but it's like I'm pretty sure he can be faithful to these. But it's like,
I don't think I needed to call timeout, bro. I be calling it just in case. They be doing weird stuff in here.
Perception, like, nigga, let's just say I only use George as an example. You brought it up earlier, like a lot of people can see a nigga like George. He's making out with bitches on camera, doing all this. You just assume, oh, nigga, he got shit going on. What his day-to-day life is looking like. So, you with these movies and shit, you even like you start getting older, you hear shit about the music deals. And, yeah, we had $1 million deal, but then after splitting it with all these people, it's like I went home with 100,000 or something, whatever. So it's like, I don't know, who knows what type of situations, what niggas is really living. You hear shit like, oh, $5 million. And then once you start making money, you start realizing how much shit gets taxed. You just hear like a nigga got this much, but you're not really realizing what he really got. And then,
that was a good one, though.
That definitely was a good one. This is another good one. A's coming with some heat. What are some life lessons you ignored as a kid, but you now see different?
Good field position.
Because it's in a back. Not necessarily ignored, but I think this was also a question. I gotta find it, but it was something to the effect of like.
Yeah, switch up what we doing a little bit. Information.
Something to that same effect. Ignored it, you taught it. Life changes, but I think one of the biggest ones. We talked about it a little bit. We got deeper with that video. We kind of touched on it. Remember the whole video about morality?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, bro, this shit gets so deep, but it's like, to simplify it is like, and we've all heard nice guy finished last, this, and the third, but it's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, you really just realize respect is everything. And a lot of times, being nice is contrary to getting respect. Because, and I've kind of touched on this before, oftentimes, like, a nice guy is a people pleaser. Someone who's conflict avoidant, doesn't want to have issues, just wants everyone to have a good time. But in the process of doing that, a lot of times, and I always find respect is caution, but it's like, people are less cautious towards you because they know you're not going to conflict avoidant. You're not going to say nothing. You're not going to do nothing. So just being nice oftentimes results in you being disrespected. Whereas, quote unquote, being the asshole, not worrying about what other people think, living the life you want to live, is seen as like an asshole, but it's like ultimately a lot of times gives you the most respect. Because someone knows you won't say something, you're not liking something, you're not afraid to have that verbal or even physical conflict. Therefore, cautious. So it's just like that life lesson, just realizing like respect is everything.
Oh my God, here we go. Here we go.
For race, religion.
It's like so salty. Like how they be getting hit, it be so salty.
Consider it. Basically, it's like, I just realized selfishness is everything. Like, and when people hear that, it has such a negative connotation. It sounds so negative. It's like, I'm one of the most selfless niggas, but I'm also selfish.
Fumble.
People don't, I can kind of believe in that bag. I'm happiest when I'm selfish. Do what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, so often compromise our happiness with the happiness of others. Just realize in life,
I feel like that's when you start to build a feeling. If you do it once, and you do it again and again. Like,
but he don't fumble. That's 2 hit sticks in a row. 2 in a row.
Ultimately, just live life on other people's terms. Quote unquote people pleaser, trying to be nice, trying to be respectful. Oh, I'm gonna just listen.
My ball.
It's like now I'm living. That's just one small thing. It's like just by doing that, I'm living the way she wants me to live, rather than the way I want to live. You know what I'm saying? And it's something so minor, but it's just like, kind of like to what you said is building resentment. You do that shit enough times of just doing what other people want, and it's like, it just makes you miserable. Compared to when I go, I'm good. I might in that moment look like an asshole, but in that moment, I feel happy.
Yeah.
It really, I think Tyson was speaking on this. Either I'm doing what, it's like either I'm doing what I want or what they want. Like, it's really one or the other. Like, either you're living life the way you want to or the way someone else wants to. And every time I'm living on someone else's terms, I'm always unhappy. I think all unhappiness is always like, whether it be in a job I don't want to clock in. it almost feels as if everything that we thought was good is really just weakness. And not weakness in the sense that it's bad or that it's you're a weak person doing it. It's like you're doing, only a person who's not in a position of power would do that. And a person in a position of power wouldn't necessarily. So,
it's like
let's say, it's like thinking, let's say, just to simplify it and give it specific, let's say a relationship. The person who's in a position of power has the mentality of, a bitch gotta earn me. A bitch gotta do shit for me. I don't gotta do nothing for her. But that's not, that sounds bad. What we taught was the good thing. Do shit for your girl. Be of service. Blah, blah, blah. Buy her flowers. But ultimately, what we taught was being good is like, that's the position of you're trying to win her over. You're in the lower position. So now it's like, you're trying to pander to her to keep her around or to get her to fuck with you. And it goes back to when we talked about the history of romance. How it's like, when you're the king, I don't have to do shit. But when you're the peasant, the only way to compete, the only way to get her over or to win her over is to do the cute shit, to pander to her. But when you're in a position of power, it's the exact opposite. So when you start to get deeper in this shit, you just kind of realize all that shit is like when you're in the position.
Give me that.
And this is why they always say, like, the rich.
Where you going, Lamar?
This and that. And it's like, but you in a position of power, you ever heard of fuck you money? It's like, I don't need you. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to this. And that's why all these things, they're valuable, like being likable and this and that is like, it helps the group fuck with you, which ultimately can help propel your life. But when you're already at the top, I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to this and that. I don't need you to be considerate of how you feel or this and that. So, I don't know. You just kind of realize that shit gets deep. But I feel like I went so deep on that topic. I'll let you get in your bag. But life lesson you learned.
Too. I've been watching them for like 3 hours. They just going here spitting.
I damn near looked as my parents as. I didn't look at them as humans. I damn near looked at them like, weird to say, but like gods. What they say, do. What they say is the Bible. They have the best advice.
Couldn't question it. You just didn't even think to question it.
Didn't think to question it. Just act and do it. And their knowledge is absolute. But as an adult, and then as I'm going on in life, I see that they go through their.
I'm not sure why he didn't throw it.
Their trials and tribulations. It's like everybody's just all human. And everybody got their flaws. Everybody's gonna make their mistakes. Hopefully the mistakes ain't too crazy. But it's like I don't. Basically, the lesson is don't look at people too highly. Pedestalize people. Idolize people. Is like don't get into that realm of looking at people like that, because motherfuckers make mistakes, and then it's like motherfuckers make mistakes. You feel like you let down. They gave you advice and turned it out being bad advice, or you have to unlearn all the advice that they gave you because you're not in the position that they are in life. And I remember that was like one of the big things when I started to look at my parents differently, because I could see the mistakes that they made and they tried to. But, yeah.
She gets some deep. That's why one of the Ten Commandments, don't idolize. So powerful. And we live in a world now where everybody's idolized. Everybody's worshiping close idol. This shit gets so deep.
And it's hard because it's like we all looking for guidance, especially when you're like a child. You're looking for an authority figure or like a male figure to inspire you to be great and all that kind of stuff. It's like, but you never know deep down if that person's truly a good person. You know what I'm saying? It's like you never really know what somebody's true intentions are. Are they really looking out for you, or it's like, I'm going to push him to be the best, or I want him to make it. So it's like, hopefully on the back end, it's like, I can get my payback.
This is an investment.
Yeah, it's like, they're not trying to really see you do you for just you.
Everybody in it for themselves. Once you just understand human nature, like, everybody is self-interested. That's why,
literally,
how to keep these bitches.
Yeah.
As long as you're in her best interest, the bitch ain't gonna betray you.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to. Like, everyone is selfish. Everybody's what's in their best interest. Oh, if you lost everything, would she stay? If she could find a better nigga, the bitch gonna leave. So it's like,
Exactly.
that's what we get so caught in this fairy tale, like, oh, she's just forever. And it's like, once you start growing up, you just realize everything is transactional and it's a value exchange. Even just basic friendships. I like your company, you like my company. That's the transaction. The moment this person is not just, oh, he had a bad day or a bad week. They're consistently bad company. I guarantee you that relationship is going to stop being friends. And this applies to everything. Like, everything is an exchange of value. It's not this gaga fairy tale. Everything's an exchange of value. Shit gets so deep. Last thing I'm gonna say on that selfishness shit and just all that is, like, it even goes back to when we talk about relationships. Like, this one thing Patrice used to always say, and I truly understand it because I embody it, but he used to always talk about your happiness is paramount. Because the man's happiness is everything. Like, that's ultimately when you talk about why is my relationship so good. Because my happiness is all I give a fuck about. I mean, it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I care about my girl's happiness a lot, but I'll never prioritize it over mine. So it's like, I'm not compromising. I'm not, it's like, nigga, you're either compatible or you're not. I want you happy. I want, nigga, I love, nigga, this relationship. But it's on my terms. That's why I'm not compromising. I think that's why
That boy better stop playing.
Goes back to the quote-unquote asshole versus nice guy. The nice guy is pandering to her feelings, trying to be a people pleaser, trying to please her, whereas the asshole is indifferent towards her feelings. I want you happy, but it's like either you're happy, you're compatible with my situation, and you're happy, or you're not, and we need to just separate. And I think that's ultimately what the quote-unquote asshole is. It's like, yo, whether you look at the content, I'm not talking about, oh, my mom was crying. You got to get to a position where you go, that's unfortunate, but this is what I'm going to do. And it's like, that's the quote-unquote asshole thing to do. It's like, but that's the secret. We always hear, oh, nice guys are nice and this and that. It's like, that's ultimately what it comes down to. But you just gotta. It's ultimately selfishness. If I was to break it down simple, niggas here.
I know that hurt.
Someone help her.
Good game, bro.
It's like, bro, we have, and then it's like, I always try to throw so many angles on it because it's like, I'm a sweet boyfriend. Like, nigga, it's not like I'm just I'm a drill sergeant. Bitch, go cook. Like, some people will think that, like, nigga, they hear this and just be like, nigga, I gotta be like heartless and this and that. It's like, nah, bro, I'm sweet as fuck. Like, nigga, I do a lot of cute shit with her, but it's like also cutthroat when need to be. Like,
he said also cutthroat when need to be.
love this game.
And also the normal person, they don't even think about the perspective you're giving. They only think or do the romantic side or the sweet side or the cute side. They don't even have the heartless, the selfishness, the